Okay, so I'm in my basement and I want to go over the basic sewing machine operation. I went over this in class last week, but if you were absent, now's the time to try to catch up a little bit. Okay, so on the page that the video is on, I've gone through the steps, but I want to go ahead and demonstrate what I've gone through. All right, so I'm going to start with this page here. I don't know if you can see it or not. And what I want to do is just sew with the machine on paper. So what I'm going to do is, first I'm going to check my machine. My speed control is on the lowest setting. My stitch width is on the bottom, and stitch length is in the middle. So if you can see the machine, sewing speed controller, stitch width, stitch length. Okay. So sorry about not the best quality. All right, so to get started, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my paper and I'm going to position, turn the machine on. I'm going to position needle right underneath there at the start of the first line. So I'm going to find a position. I'm going to lower the needle, and I can either use the needle position button, which is this, or the balance wheel, which is here. Always remembering to turn the balance wheel towards yourself. And then I'm going to lower the presser foot, and notice I didn't allow it to snap. Also notice that the start-stop button has gone from red to green. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my foot on the foot pedal, and I'm going to sew forward a couple of steps, or a couple of stitches, 2, 3, about 3 to 5 stitches, and then I'm going to use the reinforcement back stitch button, and I'm going to stitch backwards 3 to 5 stitches, because every time you do a seam, it must be back stitched at the start and at the end of every seam. Otherwise, it will come unsewn. All right, so I've back stitched. Now what I'm going to do is just continue my seam all the way down the line. Notice my hands, my hand position. I'm going to speed this up just a little bit. Now, right now is the time that we're starting good habits. We're trying to develop good habits, and we don't want to start taking shortcuts, even in the beginning. Almost there. Okay, now I am at the end of my seam. So I'm going to back stitch 3 to 5 stitches. 1, 2, 3. Now I'm going to go forward 3 to 5 stitches. All right, needle's in the up position. Raise the presser foot. Remove to the back of the machine. Now right now it's just paper, but eventually you'll be sewing with fabric and there'll be threads attached, and you always want those threads to the back of the machine. All right, so that's your basic sewing machine operation. Next, I'm going to go ahead and record how to wind a bobbin and how to thread the machine.